good night, greetings everybody. We are G-Syndicate, and tonight is vibes as we syndicate you vibes, you know. You're gonna be hearing some songs off our upcoming EP. Things gonna be nice. So right about now, we starting with this one. Ready to blow? So are you ready to go? So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, ready to blow, ready to blow. Oh, so let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time to start the party. Sometimes we be getting dirty. This time we're starting this thing right. Hey, so just kick off your shoes. It's no time to feel the blues. So baby, we gonna do our thing tonight. Oh, leave the work at home, leave the stress alone, toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time for you to be free. Let's just enjoy the party tonight. We just gonna ease our mind. So just think about the world, 'cause we're not gonna stop us all in. We're just leaving all our fears behind. So leave the world get home, leave the stress alone, toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you've got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Let the music take control. Let it seep into your soul. When the bass line starts pulsating, feel the stress evaporate. Let it creep into your mind. There could be no better time to get on the floor, 'cause we're just ready to blow. Ready to blow, start up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark on the trombone.
Start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Give it up for Mark, y'all. So let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Ready to blow.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Yes, folks, good night one more time. We are G-Syndicate. This next song we're going to do for you, you can find it on our upcoming EP called Revive. We released it last year, and we're ready to rock. This one is called Chemistry.
Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey melanin dripping, sweet catty coated honey bar, good looking. The way how you move it, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, girl, just be free. Now you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's why, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's why, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, and you run the world. Let me say face to face. Know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. I hear your voice, angelic eyes, so amazing. I wanna keep this going.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, girl, just be free. I know you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause it's still grooving. I know you're not on, show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause it's still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, girl, just be free. Lord, you're not so show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and just grooving. Lord, you're not so show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and just grooving. Lord, you're not so show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, we're still moving. I know you're not touched. Show off, show off. You have my attention. And that's for me, baby. Step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Yeah.
The next selection is entitled Englishman in New York, a song made famous by Sting in the 80s. Hope you enjoy. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, my tea. I like my toaster on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking king here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty's propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, are rare in this society. At night a candle's brighter than the sun. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. In New York,
Takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners make it man, and someone said he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and strive. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
You know you sing at home.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York City.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Englishman in New York.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Now, growing up in the 90s, I would have loved these songs, and I'm sure those of you that know them will love them as well. So we got two songs coming up for you. We got I Wanna Know by Joe and Someone to Love by John B. and Babyface. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh. Nobody ever made me feel this way. No. You kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry. Oh, so I can be the one to always make you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were with. No. And he never took the time to make it work.
Deserve more loving, girl.
Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows consent. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, and I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I am your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother and from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Here. Let me offload the clip here. So
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hell no. No. And I said what I say.
and because we got guests, we gotta save these two for last.
That will never happen. You will never live to see that happen. Bumper clap. Yes, we got guestesses with breastesses. We have Dr. Carrie up here is joining us as well.
Hi, family.
What's going on? Talk to me nice, doctor. Was a good word, neighbor?
I'm good. I'm here to be triggered and highly entertained and educated.
What about you, my brother? How's everything? What's going on?
Boy, today is the last day, so I am on vacation. So
She's
I am
right.
great, man.
So people are about to hear it.
Oh yes. I am, ready and rearing in my bag as always. So I here.
All right.
For the action. What's going on with you, man? How's everything?
My good man, one ship down. I finished closing one ship for the season, so I am grateful. I am thankful. We got one more to go on Monday, and then I'm done with that. And then it is life on easy. Well, not life on easy street, but it's something. Life on something. But anyhow, we're here. Anyhow, tell us about G-Syndicate, the dulcet sounds of G-Syndicate, and the guys singing so sweetly.
Yeah, man. You can find us at gsyndicate6.com, G-Syndicate6 on everything else. That's Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, right here on YouTube, and also on Instagram. Just give us a look out. We got spell out 6. If you can do that, you will find the guys. Come and check out some of the stuff we're doing. We are going to be at Sage Bar on April 28th. That's there in Maxwell. And we promise a very entertaining show. So come on out and be a part of that, sharing with us and having a good time with us as well.
Right. So that's the Sage Bar, April 28th, 9 p.m. Only a little bossy at 20. That board bossy. Bossy at $20. Maxwell being road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, so come through and let me enjoy things. But then, of course, there you go. I tell the people about the other thing we got going on now. A week after that, actually.
Correct. We got the King's Gathering happening at Ginger Lily Hall over there by the Manning. Shout out my man Kevin Manning, the host, shout out his wife Lee as well. And it is going to go down from 10 a.m. We are going to be having a blast over there. We've got presentations coming down on physical fitness, mental health. Dr. Carrie Ann Peart is going to be doing a presentation.
She's on Fluto.
Connection. Getting Fluto.
Might see Joe too. Yeah, might see Joe too. You never know.
Yeah, hooking at the man. A presentation on the conscious masculine and the divine feminine. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So Dr. Carrie Ann is going to be there. We are going to be educating and informing and entertaining all in one. So come on out for that. It's absolutely no charge. But please remember, dress accordingly. It's the King's Gathering, not the Paroles or Prickles Gathering. So come through looking the part, suited and booted and ready to, take part in what we have there. We're going to have a presentation from my guy Tahir. And you're going to, at the end of it, you will get a little bit of a certification from the National Transformation Initiative. So we got nice things happening. So Kevin is saying he's taking Zoe in the club. So
oh Lord,
to carry.
Oh Lord, there's still love in the club. There's love in the club. Love in the club.
The guys got some plans for you, Dr. Carrie. So we gotta link it up. And that's the next thing. We'll get to see each other in person.
Those
of us who have not had that opportunity to do Isaiah. I haven't seen Dr. Kerry in person. We only speak via the internet here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then via WhatsApp and stuff like that. So it'd be really cool to see each other in person and get a chance to mix and mingle.
Yep.
Should be great stuff. So please come on out, support it. You ain't got to pay the money, ain't no business. It'd be a little skeptical when it comes to letting go of the funds. So please, you ain't got to pay nothing. Come on through, be educated and entertained.
You ain't got to pay nothing.
Keisha got me something over here. Let me get Keisha over here. Keisha is.
Exactly.
Big up Keisha, man. I saw Keisha at sports yesterday.
A living legend. A living legend.
I was truly too busy though to get a picture with her.
No, that'd be hard.
No.
That would be hard.
I must organize that sometime in the future. I really must.
Yeah. So anyhow, people, that's what we got going on. And as I said, you are indeed watching the Senate podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do content for you. The live stream for sure comes 2 days a week. We do it Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. We did it at 9 p.m. because, your boy had to do the day job, the 9 to 5. Well, it's not really 9 to 5, but you get the idea. I had to do the day job. But that's going to be over in about a week. So we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program. And that brings us to the other part of what we do, the Senate Shorts. I coming back with a vengeance. My mouth full clip. Make sure that my clip full. So we can, trust me, if I got to watch it and edit it and get through it, wouldn't got to do it too. So we can get back to the Senate Shorts 3 times a week. So you can check out that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So please make sure to like the content, share the content, subscribe to the content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything so we can build the content. Anyhow, as I mentioned...
I see my man Jason in the house. Jason saying happy Monday, Thursday. Getting legitimately excited for King's Gathering. I hope that is not limited to Jason alone. Thank you so much. We're glad to hear that. We want to see everybody in the place. The man saying that we need a dub play.
Yeah.
So
you show your man RXB. Show your man RX. But anyhow,
that would be rough. That would be a rough one.
For real.
For real.
But anyhow, so other than that, we are the Senate podcast. So every Tuesdays and Thursdays, as I said, we come here in a non-dipsy doodle space. We come to talk the things live and regularly in the live streams at 8 p.m. Barbados time. This is no different. Tonight we going live and we had a very, very good discussion on Tuesday. I know a lot of people thought it was going to be roughness, but it turned out to be, as always, a very enlightening conversation and a conversation that brought a lot of things to the fore and things that needed to be highlighted in this man-woman dynamic when it comes to children. But stemming from that, we're going to talk about, Derek like his movie titles, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, a very weird movie when I watched it, but nevertheless, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. How and why does sex impact who we choose for partners? So we can go over to the Pastor Marshall, lead us in sermon as your devout congregation listens attentively. Let me wait, man. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, let me get Pastor on screen here, so we get Pastor. Yeah, hallelujah.
You see with my Lord man in the house, we got Lord man.
A true villain.
A true villain.
Anyhow,
yes.
Davis.
Megatron, Skeletor, Galactor, and LeBron.
Yeah.
They got a little man up in our top 5.
Yeah. Terrible person. Not really.
It's
He's a very good
that, LeBron is just catchphrase on this show, it's interesting stuff. I think it's a talent that I have to just, catch you, man, just snapping all the time and give him a straight. I show my guy Ramel Hall. Big up Ramel Hall all the way in China. He sent me a message yesterday. I was in the middle of sports. We were having a back and forth discussion, and then something that awards related. Let me put it that way. It was related to or not, winning a podcast of the year. And Ramel sent me a message. I didn't get to listen to the message. It was a voice note, which was 4 minutes and 13 seconds long. I saw it, but I could not get to listen to it. He deleted it and then said, that was a bit much. And he tempered what he had to say. So big up to Ramel.
My man has something in heart.
Yeah, he had to get it off. So Thank you so much, Romel. We appreciate it. He always watches the stream. Obviously, he's in China, so he's way ahead or way behind, whichever it is. But he always watches. He always supports. He also gives me his feedback, and he's always encouraging as well. So thank you to him. Thank you to all of you guys who come here every night and give us your support and your love and your appreciation. We definitely appreciate it. So let's not stand on ceremony any further. Let's get into tonight. I promise I ain't gonna keep it too long because we started late. I see my Graves in the house. Good to see you again, Graves. Good to have you coming through often. So run the intro there, Neil, and let me get on the road. Give me the intro video.
Wait, Dr. Kerry, you have videos or no? Okay.
Oh, sure.
I can send them.
Let me
Right, you got organizer.
organize.
Yeah, organizer,
You
and they
just
would.
put up on screen.
All right, Dr. Kerry, just give me a heads up when you got this stuff on there. Or we gonna go cross the road. Ladies and gentlemen, as you enter, please remember to hit the like button so we can get the likes up. It's free. Cost of admission is just a like. Just a like. You don't want the price to go up. A like. Okay, yeah. Right, bank. So,
All
Dr.
right,
Kerry,
I'm ready.
you good to go? All right, well, let me get it in 3, 2, 1. Ah, boy, they play it again because I was a little quick. Right, so why do you like the bad boys? Why you try to do bad boys? Because they're free from being a good girl. Good.
Yeah,
she
you
is a
don't-
good girl gone bad. Big trap.
Yeah, you don't. Good girls are so boring, aren't they?
Yeah.
So everybody likes to think. So let's get into the why, right? Because we all know that you've heard that before. Like, being good is so boring. So let's get into the why of it. On Tuesday, as we finish up the live stream, I made the point that a girl's first experience of procreation, love, and affection comes from her relationship with her father. A girl first learns how a man is supposed to show up in her life with his 4 P's from her father. Therefore, when a girl does not have that relationship with her father, it gives her a distorted view of how she should interact with men, and that manifests itself in her relationship choices. On Tuesday's stream, we also made the point about our children being over-sexualized and abused from a very early age, and that the impact of that over-sexualization and abuse would have deleterious effects further on in the development of those children. Many of us see it play out in the choices we make for partners. And yes, I said we, because shoot, this is everybody, myself included. Very often, we make our choices based on sex. Right? Kevin Samuels had a clip where he said to gentlemen, you need to choose your partners with your eyes closed. Right? Choose your partners with your eyes closed. Sex is an important physiological need. I want need. Some people like to tell you that, hey, you don't need it, ain't that important. That's a joke. We know that. We as men, we especially know that. But sometimes it feels as if we, as Black people in particular, place a bit too much emphasis on sex when it's time to choose a partner. Having said that, let's check out this particular clip. A few weeks ago, Tamar Braxton, she appeared on Dish Nation, Fox. She had this to say. Shout out to my guy Stephen Wu for this particular clip.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Stay away from that good ding ding, okay? Get you some mediocre and get your mind right.
Wait, would you wind up in a polyamorous relationship?
No, because I only like mediocre at this big age, okay? I have things to do.
So you want that silver and bronze medal penis?
I want just okay.
Just okay.
Got to the games, didn't win.
You want that runner-up?
I don't want to sweat no more. That's all right.
Okay.
You want participation penis?
Yeah, man, that's how it goes sometimes.
That's wild.
Yeah. She's essentially admitting to us that in the past, sex was an important criterion in how she chose her partners. If you can slang it good, you can slang some wood, show up my man Zo. You slang your wood. You know what you're doing.
See how Dr. Gary
She like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That was an important criterion. Once you slang it wood, you got TMR. Let us not forget, folks, we did a short, I think it was on TMR. Somebody came into her house at literally 2:37. We're not making that up. Literally 2:37. Somebody broke into her place and stole some stuff. Nobody breaking into your place. No, you think it's just
the man repossessing PlayStation 4. That's all that happened.
The man knew exactly where he was going, right? That is spooky coming back for things, as Neil said, right? But these days, she doesn't want the first place dog alerts, right? As she said. She's good with that second place. That runners up, mediocre, that LeBron dog alerts. You get the finals, but you win. So he's a talent. It's a talent. Showed up LeBron. Now, here's the thing about that particular statement. That is an extremely provocative statement to me when we consider that Tamar recently got engaged. And when they say recently, I don't mean 50 years ago, I mean this year, as a couple weeks ago. In 4 weeks, she get engaged, right? So I would love to hear what her current fiance has to say about being essentially called mediocre penis. But I suppose that is another story for another time. So let me ask the question. How many of us choose a partner based on the physical attributes we can see right in front of us? How many?
Absolutely.
Women can tell you straight up. They gotta reject my ex because my ex is too short, too fat, shoot, even too tall, need to hear that, too dark, too broad. The list goes on and on and on and on. Very rarely do we hear anything on the list that speaks to the character of the person that's being rejected. It's usually just the physical attractiveness, right? So let's move forward with a video of Amanda Seales. As Neil said, it got the starting five of Deda here tonight, right? So let me run Amanda Seales and we can come back.
The bad food 5. All right, we get it in 3, 2, 1.
A long time.
What?
I didn't know I was supposed to be faking the orgasm. I did not know that. Like legit. Okay, so let me just say.
So what do you just sit there quietly?
I mean, no, I'm doing.
But you have to fake the finish so we can wrap it up.
I did not know that. So like, I didn't understand that niggas was mad because I wasn't achieving the climax. I did not know that. And then this one nigga I dated was like,
hate this bitch.
And I was like, what? Because I was having a good time. You hitting the walls.
Yeah.
And he was like, you just never finish. And I was like, but you finish.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, but you're not signaling the accomplishment.
Let's wrap it up.
But I literally had no idea. Like, no one taught me this. He was like, you're not signaling the accomplishment. And it just makes me feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm like, but I'm
no,
here.
you have to have the final.
I did not know. Well, but you know what?
Clearly.
Why aren't I having the final, right? And it wasn't until I had a dude who really, how do I put this? He was broke. And so I think that in his mind, he was like, I can't give financially, so I'm going to give vaginally.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck you like a nigga need a place to stay, nigga.
But he solved the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I can do this.
The bleaker the future, the better that dick is.
Well, 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 well. Well.
So folks, here we have Amanda Seals essentially endorsing what TMR would have said just a few minutes ago. Apparently, there's a school of thought that brought men put it down in the bedroom because essentially they're trying to compensate for their lack of provision. Whether that is true or not is up for debate, but I think we need
romantic events. women sound off, Dr. Kerry. Well, I don't know if you.
Sure. Ladies, please put it in the chat. All four of you, put it in the chat. Have you ever had that gold medal penis from broke dudes? Please let us know in the chat.
And then let us know about how you feel about participation penis. Do you?
Participation penis. Please do.
You get a gold star. Gold star, Dickie.
Yeah, you know, you try hard.
Yeah.
He gets a star for effort.
Yeah, star for effort. You know what I mean?
Tries hard.
Oh, thanks. Oh, got it. Okay. So thanks.
He tries hard, but
got it. Okay.
More work needed.
More work needed.
More work needed.
Good effort. More work needed. You know.
God. Lord.
But I think after all that, it's all to kicks and everything. But I think we need to ask the question: why are you dealing with broke men in the first place? Can you do no better? Yeah. And why would you willfully deal with a man whom you know has nothing going for him? You ain't got a pot to piss in, as people would say. You and this man, you stomach. Says more about you than it does about him. You know? Because shoot, we know about he ain't got nothing going on. We know about he.
You never got the rent going on.
Certainly not the rent. So he crashing at you. Certainly not the rent. So he ain't got nothing going on. So what you dealing with this man? Right?
Gold medal Dickie, man.
Yeah. And not much else going on, got his gold medal. Right? The reality is, many of us have not had any real examples of masculinity nor femininity in our lives, especially as Black people. When Michael B. Jordan, famous Michael B. Jordan, not to be confused with Michael Jeffrey Jordan, but when Michael B. Jordan, the actor, was coming up, it seems as if a few of the young ladies at his school would have passed him over for being corny, right? This is a reputation that he still has to this day, right? So we go watch this clip of his interview on the red carpet. He did this interview for the premiere of Creed 3. Right? And then we're going to read 2 screenshots that were on the spiritual word so we can get an idea of what women think about Michael B. Jordan. You know, before we play this clip and we read these screenshots, I want you guys to know that we're talking about Michael B. Jordan, right? He used to come to school with the headshots. Funny, he wanted to be a model, he wanted to be an actor. From school days, that's what he said he wanted to do, right? And he was perceived as corny. So let's watch the clip and then we come back.
All right, let's get it in 3, 2, 1.
Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now who's the sexiest man? Because I thought you said you're on the way up. He might be the one right now.
This is the one. This is the one right here. Yeah. See
so is it a tie?
Ain't no tie. We don't compete. Yeah, we don't compete.
2 number ones. Batman and Batman. Or should I? Oh, no, can't say that.
Superman and Superman.
Superman and Superman, sorry.
Good luck with that.
Well, you're not corny anymore.
So you're not corny anymore.
Yeah, the thing is, she didn't even, like, that was cringe.
It
When they use that word,
If she's the one now, that's real corny. The fact that
yeah,
she brought that up at the end again.
Fox.
you know, just say yeah, but my bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't judge a
keep
book,
that rolling.
right? Don't make a joke out of it. Don't, kids, this is a lesson. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
He worth $25-something million. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was clearly on a path, right?
Yep.
He was clearly on a path,
Yep.
but she can see it, right? No, I could almost forgive her. I could almost forgive her because that was high school. You never know. Things has happened, etc., etc. But check these two tweets, or well, yeah, these screenshots on the spiritual word, and check what this lady has to say about Michael B. Jordan, who is already now established firmly in Hollywood. Check what this lady has to say. You put on screen here?
Yes, sir.
Michael B. Jordan is cute, but doesn't have any edge. He just look, I don't know, responsible. He look like he know where his birth certificate at. Don't laugh. And somebody responds to that and says, I'm not the copy. He keeps up with the original one. To which she responds and says, it's in an expanding file folder with other important documents.
that's the kind of person I need. I want that.
Apparently, Michael B. Jordan looks like a responsible guy. But for some reason, responsible has a negative connotation.
Because nobody want that. Nobody want that. Nobody want fourth place, Diggy.
Yeah, yes. Apparently, responsible is a bad thing. So you got to ask, are we that warped? Is our thinking that perverse? Apparently it is. Do you guys remember these ladies? If you don't, allow me to jog your collective memory with the absurd excuses that these ladies presented for not wanting to get with a man that they admitted was good. Neil, please roll the video for us.
They just saw it come through. Hold on, I gotta download it. Just plug the show there so for a minute.
I can do that. Ladies and gents, this is the Senate Podcast. This is episode 204. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. We're talking about sex and the impact it has on us and how we choose our partners. Please hit the like button on the way in. If you are already subscribed, we appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button. Give us a subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Go and check out the channel. We have loads. This is episode 204, and we have just as many, if not more, shorts on there as well. So go check out the channel. Neil has separated them for you. You can find the long form content if you want a thought-provoking discussion and you're on your morning commute. You can watch or listen, download them, listen to them. Don't watch them on drive.
Yeah, don't draw a lot on drive. We ain't that pretty.
Yeah, you can listen to the discussion. And if you want something, if you go on a little short trip, you can watch the shorts on the little short trips. But when you're stuck in traffic, we could keep you company. Check out the channel, right?
All right, so let's get it.
Yeah, man.
All right, so you got it, Dr. Carey? All right, 3, 2, 1.
I was talking to one of my homegirls not too long ago, and she tells me she's met the perfect guy, right? She's like, he's great, he's handsome, great job, all of that, right? Oh, nobody's perfect, of course, but standard-wise, preference-wise, he met everything. So then later on, she tells me, and she's like, oh, I dubbed him. You know, he's just not right for me. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, everything was good. Like, you were saying, like, this could have been future hubby. Like you was damn near on the right track for everything. Like, he was just matching up. You know what this woman tells me? She says, his car is old.
You can't make this shit up.
What does that mean? She's like, well, he's been in his career for 10 plus years. He should have a brand new car. He should have something from this year. Like, why don't you have a more expensive car?
You serious? So earlier this year, I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing.
Something is wrong here.
I felt that there should have been a connection between he and I in order for me to be his wife.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
I could not say, exactly why, other than the fact that I just did not feel the connection. There was something that was not there that I needed to be there in order for this to be my husband.
This bitch. I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough.
Why would you rock?
But
He's a good man.
that doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And
Right.
maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor.
I love it. That was well put together. I appreciate it. That was, how you feel about him. Oh, what do you rap? So
I know that's your guy. That's your guy. But he did just for you, man. I see my man Steve here saying it's conflicting information since women say broke men don't deserve loving. That is true, Steve. Broke men don't deserve loving. But this is generally only after they've discovered, shoot, they ain't got nothing else to give. So just get that fellas loving first. And then after the fact, there's one come back around and be like, yeah, let me check Michael B. Jordan. We see how that plays out. Invariably, it's too late to apologize. Yeah, by that time. No, let me say it here. Before I wrap up, because you can make this short tonight. Men make these poor choices too. Right? Let me say that. We do that very often. We get caught up with one thing, the new term is a body. Yeah. Your body on our arm. We end up with women.
They're just bad.
They're just bad.
They're just bad.
We have no right to be involved. There's a difference, though, between men and women. Men have more time, options in order to recover as they get older. Women not so much. Women can't really, because we get into it. There is a period in which women have to maximize in terms of rearing children, etc., etc., etc. Do not buy into this folly that we would have done with them women. The woman Rochelle Carey that one, adopt a child when she's 50. Or these women that are talking about freezing their eggs to be running about behind an infant when them is 55. Please don't do that. Yeah. You're setting it yourself for ignorance. Right? Don't do it. As I said earlier, folks, we have had no real examples of positive masculinity and or femininity. And as such, our relationships have been reduced to nothing more than what, Neil? Guess. Kiss, kiss.
Bang, bang. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching the Senate podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Like the content, share the content, subscribe to the content. Let's build the content. Anyhow, Dr. Carrie up here. No. You know what I love about this space and what I think goes over a lot of people's heads when we do this type of content is that we are not speaking from a position of this below us or this is something we have never done or will never do. We always come from it from the position of, no, hold on, no, we are guilty of this. But we are well aware that this is something we have either done or we are continually doing. And it is a problem within how it impairs our judgment in making certain decisions, particularly in the man-woman dynamic. So Dr. Carey, speak a bit about this as a woman. Let us know what you think. Have you ever chosen with your eyes? I know the answer to this, but have you ever chosen with your eyes and, the milk went sour? How? Talk to us.
I, I don't really think I've chosen poorly.
No, it's not. No. I'm not talking about saying choosing poorly.
But
I'm not talking
yes,
about choosing poorly. I'm talking about did you choose with your
physical,
eyes that
yes,
had
of
nothing to
course.
do with if the person was a dud. Not necessarily that you chose poorly, but the person just was
Yes, Grace.
Certainly,
That's a yes.
certainly choosing with eyes is very
dipsy
important.
doodling. Dipsy doodling.
Yeah, I just had to think about some things in the question because I
I know
know how
one
you
story.
are.
One story come to
I know
mind.
how you are, Neil. With
You know they got Dr. Seuss. We got Dr. Kerry.
Anyway, so of course, I choose a portion of the stuff from physical. That's a given. I would prefer to wake up to somebody in my bed who looks half decent to wake up to.
It ain't get hurt.
Yep.
There's that. Um, and then there's a longer form conversation around the physical side of things too, because for me, the physical is very telling. Right? I can tell a lot about you physically, regardless of height, because I do have a preference for height, but like many women claim they do. But regardless of that kind of thing, there's a lot I can gather from just how you look physically, and this is beyond just how you put your clothes together. It's just your physique.
Mhm.
So that's important to me, and I absolutely um, have built my track record on that.
Your track record.
My track record.
No comment or what we doing? All right. So in my
Answer your question. You're asking me if I do that. Yes, I do that.
yeah,
And I would,
but can you speak a bit about your girlfriends, for example, that would
Mhm.
have seen a man said she likes you, won't see. I end up in
Mhm.
a situation where the man was a dirty man, turned out to be somebody that was more trouble than it was worth and stuff. Oh Lord, I love it. You gotta give it that check. Give me the chuckle, man. Give me the chuckle.
Uh, I think that has happened in several cases. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because see, there's parts of the game, and we all know this, where if we can catch you physically, if we can dress good, smell good, that's kind of half the battle for many of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not being honest that there's a lot more, but that's for many of us, that's half the battle. If your hygiene is up and you're wearing the
To
panty
date, up
dropping
to
clothes,
date,
Up to date, up to date, up to date.
up to date,
IG up to date.
Yeah,
right? Up
totally
to
up to
date
date.
with that, and your cologne game up to date, talking about women and attractions to men, then you halfway through.
Mhm.
The other half is, can you hold a conversation for the most part? And in that conversation, are your priorities in par or, on a level of kind of my priorities and arranging things?
Mhm.
So, yes, there have been cases where in situations with friends, it's the first half, right? It look good, smell good, car look decent. We just go have fun. And then when it comes to trying to navigate the conversation, it becomes a foolishness that some of us will say, like, oh, well, during the conversation, this was said, and that does, I'm not down with his humor. What? So you smash first and then assess the humor?
And then work it out.
Yeah, work. It's like you're doing you retrofitting or re-engineering a problem. But anyhow, this is my take on it right now. Obviously, I've been guilty of this. I've been guilty of choosing with your eyes and then getting in a situation and you're saying like, it really wasn't worth this effort. This is a lot of job work here. I didn't really expect this to be all of that. I think the bigger talking points are the discernment within that. Like for example, though everybody knows how you feel about the God. I think that that's something that everybody needs in their life. But of course, you end up, and they see that we black people, we Asian people, we don't have no law dating culture. So you get that God put playing once that good, the good with the three O's, right? You get that the Good. Not act like you don't know the gospel according to Reverend Marion Hall, right? So the GOOD, you get this it's good, and it kind of warps your brain because you want it. No, it's not about. It's tapping into a base instinct of your lust. It's tapping into your body response to this person, right? Person look good. Person just do things well in bed. They move well. You logic goes out the window. It's like an addiction. You want more of that drug. You want the next hit, the next fix, and obviously it gotta make sense to the juggling, particularly if the other person is telling you, well, what are we? You know, got kind of rejigger as y'all were just saying. You got to start from the answer and work back to see how you get the problem, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to make both sides of the equation make sense, right? When in reality, there are two variables that ain't got no business being in the same formula. So, yes, that has happened to me before, and yes, I have learned lessons from it. You know, you learn the lesson like. The expression is tree card bandit, not tree hole bandit, tree card. But we get what you did there. So we but yes, men and women need to do a better job of discerning. We speak about discernment. I feel almost every week on this show, right? We speak about the ability to kind of, you see, we're visual creatures, right? If you got sight, you can see, and if you can see, if what you see aligns with your preferences, that's, as Dr. Kerry said, you won't wake up next to saying that you that's get you going when the morning come, right? It makes things a little palatable. But when you put that as a priority, well, not as a priority, but as the priority, and you say, man, look, we got good, you know, so she's a woman that will hold on to. But she's bare problems always.
Right.
Then it ain't really juggling, it ain't really balancing, right? Because there are good girls out there that gives the same amount of sexual energy. I mean, you may got to look a little harder. I know they got this thing floating around. I'm being the black. There's another thing too, a side rant. We gotta start with this thing in the black community talking about how like saying these terms and making it seem like, this is what we got to look for. Like the whole, you know, if she got a little crazy sex, gotta be good. No, that's foolishness. That's nonsense. Yeah. She got a little crazy sex, gonna be good. You know, what's also gonna be top tier too? The stalking. The attempts on life.
Yep.
You understand? The arguments. Nah, crazy and worth it. I think it's best that, you know, we talk about standards. Yes, of course, you want a beautiful person in your life. You want someone that physically attracts you, that anytime you see the person, you're like, she's on a bright boy. Like take bar off of that person. But you still want to be able to have other fundamental things met. Things that are very important to a person's well-being. Need. Thank you very much. Things that you need in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, beauty fades. That is one thing that is always true. Beauty fades. Or it changes, and sometimes not always for the better. Right? So, you know, when that person put on weight, or, you know, the breast start to succumb to gravity, or, you know, you as a man, you start to hunch over and you look shriveled, wrinkle up and everything like that, gray hair, you know, what else the person got to offer? Because it's all good. Like, I understand lust is a young person's game, you know. Cheese on here you know. This is all he doing this freestyle. Lust is a young person's game, right? When you lust after someone, you are strictly assessing someone based on their sexual attraction and their sexual viability in terms of what it could do for you in bed. So you lust after that person. Say again?
I said, or on the staircase. It doesn't have to be in bed.
Jeez, so impressed.
Don't be so restrictive. God.
I thought this was a family-friendly show, but apparently we're doing it on the stairs. Anyhow, wherever you choose to have your sexual escapades, wherever you choose to have art Graves, easy in the comments. Huh? You don't wash machine, kitchen sink. Let's say no, you're gonna sit on the larder too, and not on the larder too. Anyhow, so lust is a young person's game. Like when you see somebody that likes you and wants you, you're just only thinking about sex. You only thinking about sexual gratification with that person. But the challenge comes in when you know got bills, when you know got things to lose, when you know have a reputation, you know, things that you would have worked hard to achieve and to accumulate. You know what I mean? You got good credit, you got a house, you got a car, etc., etc., etc. No, you lusting after somebody and you end up getting somebody pregnant, or you end up pregnant by somebody, and know you got a dud. You got a dud put in your hand, and this now is a bill, a liability. This is no saying that you got to put in the red in the book when books, right? So that's why I say young people ain't got nothing. Young people, shoot, women got the beauty, men got the hormones. Let me work, right? You in your 20s, action. That's how you boat. But when now you got old and you got more things to lose, and let's be honest, your peace of mind is something you could lose too. As you get older, you got less tolerance for the BS, less tolerance for the games and the foolishness. So no, at my age now, yeah, I might see a young woman and say, "She's on, bro. She look good, boy." I would, I would, But then if that were to come to fruition, you'd be like, I really want to take this job work, I really want to take this job work, because then now the person can talking about astrological signs and start talking about, what you could do for me and
What's wrong with astrological signs? Why are you being so restrictive tonight, Neil? What's wrong? Bed and just astrological. What's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you fighting against this?
You know what? What I'll do here is I would shout out Rihanna. That's a good way. Rihanna, you came in at the best time. Hi, Rihanna. How you doing? But
astrological sign compatibility is important. I'll have you know. Thank you very much.
Okay.
The best sex I've had is with the sign that I am astrologically compatible with. Uh-huh.
What happened there now? There we're getting on. There we're getting on.
We're talking about picking partners.
I know we went from Dr. Kerry. I know we went from Dr. Kerry to Madam Kerry. I understand getting on here now.
And you come in to judge astrological signage if you have to. It's important. Some people value that.
So okay. All right. So how does that work? This saying I could Google your sexual match through cosmology.
Actually, you can. You can look at relationship compatibility based on astrological.
We ain't talking about relationship. You know what?
When you look up that way, it will tell you about sexual compatibility as well. So it's there. It's not foreign.
Let me get back on topic, because we somehow in the mulberry bush now getting wrong.
Which mulberry bush we in? Derek's topic was picking partners based on sexual liking and compatibility, right? And how you can end up either on the good side of it.
So the next time I engage a woman, I gotta go check the horoscope in paper.
You don't have to. Good. That's not your thing. Then that's not your thing.
Man, no, but I don't. But hold on, but I don't want bad sex.
For people who value that and want to look at it and get some insights, check and see. I've checked and seen, and it happens to fall true for me. Just saying.
I don't even know how to approach that. Anyhow, getting back on topic. Long and short of it, please be more discerning. I understand that we are visual creatures. We see with our eyes. We have impulses. We have hormones, etc. And I understand that sex is easy in 2023, right? You can have sex once managed properly and not have any repercussions at all, right? You would not have to bear any responsibilities from the negative and adverse effects of sex. Just understand that with everything, there's a consequence, good and bad. So if you decide that you're going to pick up this good-looking woman or this good-looking man, and you decide to get this man a piece or whatever, it may not be something, you may not be running risk of getting something like an STD, STI, or pregnancy. This could be something as simple as the person being obsessed with you or the woman being obsessed with you. Because let's be honest, we all hear about it, pussy whipped and dickmatized. We don't want a situation now where you put it good for the woman. As some of my male friends would tell me, you look at them in the eyes as you deep stroke. If you're doing that there now, all of a sudden now the person call you up next morning saying so. Right? Next morning they're calling you. This is supposed to be a one night stand. Next morning they're calling you. You have something to eat. Yeah, that's swinging, but you work, bring you food, and take the pirates dish. Like that's problematic. Get you homemade
Okay.
juices and things. That's problematic, right? So, please be very careful with how you navigate especially when it comes to casual sex, especially when it comes to casual sex, because again, there are no limits or restrictions when it comes to preventing the adverse effects of sex. So you might say, you know what, cis man effect, cis woman effect. I got condoms, I strap up, I put the pill, whatever. Let me go, let me run rope. But you don't want somebody following your boat feeling that is more than what is not and this and that next. You got to be discerning. You have to be careful. And you have to understand that sex is absolutely a powerful thing. It connects two people, whether it is casual or is made with the express purpose of getting to know and be closer to the person. If you are entering someone else or you are allowing someone else to enter your body, enter like that, like literally like that, right? You have to understand that the exchange of we talking about what is it called, cosmetology or whatever? Not cosmetology,
Astrology.
whatever. Sure.
Archaeology.
Archaeology.
We talking, we doing CSC subjects here, nobody stars, right? If you go down that route of the energies and the fluids, of course, and what it means to have those bonding vibrations, like a toss salad with the words too, right? Then it is going to be something that's going to impact you, right? You're giving yourself, part of yourself away. Man or woman, you're giving part of yourself away.
Give yourself away.
Right? Unless you're making prawn, I think that if you connect with someone physically in even a quasi intimate and meaningful way, you can get caught up, even if just a little bit, right? It might not be sprung.
So caught up.
Yeah.
There's a song for everything.
Hold on there. I got another one. You ain't gonna be sprung.
So sprung
to get me. That you're doing things that never do. Anyhow, having too much fun. Yeah. Be careful, people. Don't just choose with your eyes, especially as you get older, especially if you're looking to be more intent on building a committed relationship, a healthy relationship, one that is driven on purpose and intent and intentions being above board. You have to be careful with who you choose. Vet. It is not, there ain't no problem with the person looking good and you find out what the person life goals are, or what they want to achieve, or how they feel about certain things within the world. I know a lot of people, when they go on dates and stuff, like to take things like religion, politics, and worldview out of things. But those things matter. Because when you have a world conflict in the next 20 years and turn around the kitchen table and you say, child boy, I can't believe X invade Y. And they will be like, you always just politics start. Somebody care about geopolitical issues. I go foreign place. I want a divorce. You know what I'm saying? It matters. So always do your vetting process, understanding that not even one, you are bonding with this person for life. You are looking to be in a committed relationship with life, especially if you're doing things that having unprotected sex. Because when children come in, you're really tied to the person for the long haul. So it's all good and fine to look with your eyes. Shoot, that may even be the impetus for you to go and say, I'd like to carry you on a date, or I'd like to get to know you better. But make sure you have space and time for the vetting process. Make sure you go about vetting this person. You understand? Don't just wail and say, man, look, she look good. At least the man look good, boy. Me, man stress, man harm me 10 times every Sunday. But man look good.
So can I come back to this? I just sent Derek something a while ago. So the question is, how and why does sex impact who we choose for partners? And you touched on the fact that, yes, sex is a powerful exchange of energy, and it's a form of communication.
Yes.
Fundamentally, sex is a need, and it is a form of communication for emotional exchange and other things.
Right.
It is necessary for us to be a little bit more sensitive or critical about sex, particularly with the carelessness that so many of us have experienced in it. And I mean, we've all done careless acts, all of us, right? And some of us are just lucky that the carelessness didn't go to an extreme. But there is an important aspect when you're thinking about how people are negotiating sex right now as a measure of formulating a partnership or relationship to begin with, right? Some people fundamentally say if the sex is bad, then there's no reason for me to go forward and have any further types of deep stimulating emotional or intellectual exchange with you. Yet I've already had sex with you, which we've already established is a very powerful form of communication and exchange. So I forget who said it earlier in the comments, but it just seems so backward, right? Like, why are we not?
Because we are working backward.
Right, because we're working backward, as you were saying earlier.
All right, let me look at this thing from the old time, traditional. Back in the day, in order to have sex, you got to be married. So you got to do the courting process first.
Right.
Yeah, you got to figure out which person bring it to the table. Yeah. The marriage is consummated on wedding night. So the sex is the last part. Nah. These days,
then we start with that.
We start with that.
We spoke first. And then when it don't work, we're like, oh, let me try to work it out here, and then you in a situation, because as much as people talk about the count don't matter and all that, they may know that it does matter. So they don't want to carry the count. So what they do, we gotta try to work this work.
Yep, we gotta figure out your juggling.
You where you're not supposed to be for longer than you should be because you try not to carry the count. Dr. Kerry just sent me saying, let's just send it to you. Put up on screen for the people there, because this is episode 204 Senate Podcast in live stream. Kiss kiss bang bang. Please, folks, watch this video.
Yeah, let me get it here.
Put on screen. Hit the like button for us, please. That is the cost of our mission for tonight's show. That is all it is. Hit the like button for us. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you're new to the channel, and also hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we have coming for you.
Right.
Go over to the channel and check out the shorts that we have there. We have a plethora of shorts for you and a preponderance of live streams, as you can tell. So check them out.
All right. Well, let me get it in 3, 2, 1.
Before we think of things to say, before we dive into our most inner thoughts, let's get the fucking out the way. See, for me, bad dick is a deal breaker. No matter if you're smart or you're fine. So before I invest my energy into you, I need to know if it's worth my time. So we might fuck soon as we meet. Once, twice, maybe 3 in a row. Then if that chemistry is there, we can begin to get to know. Because the pressure of leading up to the physical is something that I can't take. In the past, I made the mistake of investing in men that can't make me shake. So I need to know if my body can fuck with you. Before you're introduced to my spirit, because if you want to talk after you failed to make me come, I ain't even trying to hear it. See, with most women, they pussy is their only possession. They make men work before they lay, be selective with who they let touch their bodies, but then give their hearts away. My prized possession is my energy too. This vibe is rare to find, so you can penetrate my body before you get into this mind. And the best things about me have nothing to do with the things that I can do with the bed. I might let you get into my drawers, but never let you get into this head. Plus, I've seen it too many times, these women that want to make men wait, thinking that playing a good girl role will somehow guarantee their fate. And then once he get what he want, he going like a thief in the night. And your asses be DMing me crying, talking about, Kara, I did everything right. As women, we make sex this huge ordeal when that's not always the case. Because sometimes it is about starting the future, but sometimes it's just about riding his face. And if you get sex out the way early on and he doesn't ghost or get distant, that
I love it. Let me break this down.
Hold tight, Neil, because reality saying, is an emotional bond better when you have sex? So won't it be better to connect mentally first? That is what girlfriend is disregarding.
There you go. So I would even take it a few steps further, right? Basically, she's saying she don't fuck with bad dick, right? Let me get it out the way. I'd rather you enter my body than my mind. So let me do that because bad dick is a deal breaker.
Without understanding that by entering your body, I'm also entering your mind.
Exactly. This is
But
exactly.
hold on, a minute, brother. I don't think it is. Oh, I think she fully understands what she's doing because again, word salad. That was a prime example. Because watch
I want you
now.
to see that the good girls catch some strays and die.
Yeah,
so she telling you what she bought too. She bought that action, so she's standing in judgment over the girls that they say that I can make her man wait because to make you wait and you get bad results. You get the same results as me. So what you make you wait for? Without understanding. But yeah, you gotta make you wait because that's what main value.
But here's the thing:
you just cocking up and skinning up for any and everybody. And you hear what she said too? Oh, I wish we had more time to dive into this. But you hear what she said too, right? Her stomach is her prized possession.
Her energy is
Brother
her prized possession.
I telling you.
Her energy is her prized possession. She don't value her stomach,
right? And without realizing it, whether I'm entering your mind or your body, I am still getting to your soul. It's either going the left path or the right path, but all of them can lead me to the end. You understand? So I could go right. I go through your mind, make love to your mind, right? Then all of a sudden the paths start to converge again, and then we all get to go. I could go with the poom. Get the poom first, the stomach, we converge. But at the end of the day, we go into the same destination. You say that she is unaware, or you having an implication. I think she is well aware because watch, I bet you, if it is not a man she is interested in and a man that trying to get at her, then she's gonna make that man wait. Then she can talk about her energy and her. You gotta make love to my mind first, and my energy is this and that, and she can come with she can backflip through that same hoop of word salad to make it seem like it is all about the energy and connection.
But this is the thing that is completely she's trying to separate the two, and you cannot. Exactly. Sex, I just simply said earlier, sex is a form of communication. It is an energy exchange. Fundamentally, it is a spiritual act. It is all of these things, and she's trying to dissect it in such a way to make it seem like giving of body is fine because you can do what you want with the body, right? It doesn't matter. You can beat me, squeeze me, strangle me, choke me out, but you will never get into my mind and my spirit. Are you crazy?
That sound good in theory until.
Are you? It doesn't sound good in theory.
That sounds good until.
It sounds insane.
It really does. It really does. It really does.
To me that this man can come along, whomever he is, loving the
anything,
club, right?
Anything,
and smash me that night, and I walk away all fine and dandy because all he got was my body. Are you serious right now?
But don't forget, we had the same conversation last week before, whenever it was, when we said, look, women are way more willing to give you some stomach and to cook for you,
It is absolutely crazy how
in 2023, a warm meal got you beat, and it ain't ever got to be nice special. That could literally be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a smile. And you with your 3-hole got specialist gone 3 door. You know what I find fascinating about what that woman said? I also find it fascinating that she said, what is she said? She said that let me get the effing out of the way. Let me just give you my body. You understand? She would rather give you her body and not her mind. But by the same token, shout out Justin No Country thing. She would. I lost my train of thought now. Let me see if I can find it back. Where she was talking about effing. Got it. She said bad D is a deal breaker. Bad dick is a deal breaker. Right? And she has prioritized that over finances. She's prioritized that.
Hold on. Before you get to that, define bad penis.
No.
Bad dick. Because that is the part that is also missing.
No.
Right? It is not an act of his left stroke not going viral. That's not bad dick. Bad dick is poor energy. Okay, it is somebody who is mental. It is mental, unhealthy, unkept mentally. That is bad dick.
Some women will tell you.
Sing in a choir with a lady, who said at one of the performances, she was talking to the ladies in choir. She said, "Ladies, bad dick brings you down."
It does.
And you know, when you look at the what we have here now, we heard TMR earlier. TMR was saying that good dick, she ain't messing with that. But what she really means is, you know, the fellas that they might got a good stroke, but Dr. Carey's point, the energy,
the dead, everything else
energy
dead,
right,
everything dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amanda sees.
I can attest to bad dick being poor mental health, low energy. I can attest to that. And that shit will have you twisted.
Hold on. Hold on. No. Because because I know Dr. Carey business, right? And this is not always about bad energy. Sometimes you just not working with the right equipment. Sometimes you just bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Look,
sometimes, hold on.
Neil and I are, everybody knows that Neil and I are friends of almost 20 years. He knows a lot, but not everything. Okay?
I know what you tell me. And I trust and believe that because of our friendship, you have told me everything.
No, boss, it's not everything you can handle.
Stop it.
For the sake of our
friendship. Stop it. Some of the things you have told me before, if that could tell to me, you can tell me anything. Don't come with that. Don't dipsy doodly thing. Don't dipsy doodly.
But seriously, you and I have spoken about it, Neil, on several occasions. And I'm telling you, there's one guy in particular. I would say if I were one of those people to put things on Instagram or TikTok, I would have been one of those girls saying, "Oh my God, everything was great, right? The sex was wonderful, He had a job, etc., etc., etc." For me, all of those things are wonderful, but I pay attention a lot to the vibration of the energy. If you are unkept mentally and unkept physically, there ain't no slanging going on.
Is a bad deal.
But it's hard to find out about the unkept mentally part. That's why it's frustrating. And I think for many women, they don't realize the poor mental health of their person until like a few games in, right? Because mental health.
Yeah, but you heard what she said. She said we could go 1, 2, 3 times, and then try to work it out. Supposing my hit bottom, you stomach all 3 of them times.
Like a bass drum.
Let me be real. There are certain people with whom you interact. You have a sexual interaction, and it's like you can't get them out of your brain for whatever reason. There's something that they might have done or said, something that they're wearing, and that memory, that image is lodged in your brain for eternity. You won't go and you just go to a place and be like, yeah, let me try here and see here. And
that's unfair. And
that's like, you know what that's like?
You can get your husband.
You know what that's like? You know what that's like? You know the perfect analogy for that? That's like you going to a shoe store and you trying on shoes. You're trying on one shoe. You say, nah, boy, it's this 10 in a 10 that is normally wear. They say a little too tight. So let me see if I get a little wider. You got this in a 10 and a half. You bring 10 and a half. You say, well, I know about this one. You say, man, you look at another thing. So let me try this colorway. Let's try this colorway and thing. You know, essentially decrease the value of 3 pair of shoes. Right?
We're stretching them out.
Stretching them out, right? Hey, man, my analogies are great, man. My analogies are great, man. Right? And you using all of you trying all these shoes, right? But you only get left in one pair. You know what I mean? So what's he saying?
Better one for you, Neil. I have an even better one for you. You are selling whatever food you selling. Everything you selling chicken wings, but everybody at party block you get them a sample. By the end of the night, the pan done, you'll make a sing. So you just gave me samples. You have not benefited. Everybody else get a piece. I go alone. You ain't met nothing.
That's that 300 club. Those are those Spartan women.
You know what I mean? I can do a message for you ladies. I can just for you ladies. Because I feel like if, there's so many things. I don't know you talk to you with me like that. Try to give my advice to the men. Start support the women business, but at the risk of telling women what to do, we're going to deliver a message to the ladies, because you gotta stop buying into some of the ignorance floating around.
Yeah.
And people calling it female empowerment.
Yeah.
You deciding to just sleep with who you feel like and loosen about yourself is not female empowerment, ladies. It is not. All you're doing is running up your body count like John Wick
and destabilizing the marketplace,
lowering the
mileage to the poom.
Yeah. I know you got less of not only your poom, but yourself, who you are as a person, to offer the person that you really want to be in a relationship with you.
This is why I said what I said earlier about this being a spiritual and a mental thing. You cannot separate the two just because the physical is here and you can change the physical as often as you want. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. And these women out here trying to tell the rest of us, oh, go out there and have yours too, because men have
operate like men
so long.
Exactly.
No.
And the same
But
thing.
hold on, before you guys go. Have we thought that the quote unquote dysfunction that we observe, that women claim to observe in men, is because they are out here running rampant and giving away themselves to all these women who are not worth it? Have we ever thought of that?
Of course.
The day that women decide, you know what? You want boom, you gotta marry me. The marriage rate came back in the air.
It came back in the air, and the nuclear family back up in the air again.
Yeah. The day that women decide, look,
you know that's the true empowerment, though.
If you want to marry me, if you want to get some boom, you gotta marry me. The day that women do that.
But that's the true empowerment. You know, we talk about the power of the pool, man.
Big up my man Philip in the house.
Shut up, Philip. And you got women run the world and this and that and the next, right? The true empowerment is not loosening both yourself. The true empowerment is saving yourself and saying, if you really want this spoon, do what you gotta do. Be a man and step up to the plate. You want access to the promised land? You gotta say some prayers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand up at the altar. Do not just come and think. But you talking about, I just want us to admit that a lot of this empowerment stuff that, you know, you could wear what you want, you could dress what you want, move what you want, sleep what you want, do what you want, move as you want, whatever, right? One, you empowering women to be toxic men. And two, you are, you know who benefiting from your empowerment? Who really benefiting? Men. From your feminist empowerment, men are benefiting. Why? Because, well, shoot, if men lining up now, if you gain away a poom like hotcakes, you gain away a poom from hotcakes. You just feel and dare to be charitable, and you gain it way. Man left him with belly fulls, but you out resources.
Challenge that. Are men actually, like, when I think of benefit holistically and deeply.
No.
Really
but hold on a minute.
Because here's the thing, to Dr. Kerry's point, men want relationships.
Yes.
But that's the hard
part.
But hold on a minute.
People don't want to admit that men want relationships and want wives, but it's difficult to forget that based on how we operate now.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make, again, it goes back to the power of the woman, the power of the vagina, right? You are lowering your standards and giving away yourself to everyone. Men are saying, well, shoot, if you give me a free car, I can drive it, right? They can drive it, not maintain it, and it's taken away from themselves too. So now everything is out of whack. You understand what I'm saying?
Your words were that men are benefiting, and I'm saying that.
But when I say short term benefit, but I'm talking about short term benefit, right? What I'm saying is there's a short term benefit to both parties, but it is fleeting. It's irrelevant. It's cosmetic. It is superficial, right? So a lot of people, when I say a benefit, even on a superficial level, when a woman sleeps around with many men, even on a superficial level, the man benefits more than the woman. Because the woman is running mileage on her body, she's running mileage on her soul, and she naming worth a dime in the streets. So her value is going down. Meanwhile, we know what that double standard looks like for men. I'm saying in the short term, it benefits. But if we are talking about the larger picture, there's a symbiotic relationship between men and women in that If a woman decides to lower her value, but then a man gonna lower his value and vice versa. That's the point I'm trying to make. Right? In our society, if men decide we're maintaining the infrastructure, we down with that. We down tools. It's about our empowerment. It's about, we could work when we want, we could do what we want. We could just live a life of luxury and of inability. The society fails. The family fails. Everything kind of falls apart. Just like women's part is to nurture men, and in that nurturing comes her spirit, her soul, her energy, her vagina, sex. Therefore, I'm not saying that's her entire value. Before they click me and women is just this. I'm saying that their femininity, they have a part to play as well in maintaining a structured society. And if a woman is being told, sleep with everybody, do what you want, go ahead, don't do the hard work, don't up tools and actually maintain and lift your end of the couch, do what you want. You want to sleep with child tonight and bride tomorrow, do your life, enjoy life. Men can take it, can't give it away. And then it destabilizes everyone, because you got to look at a woman giving herself away. Within those men can be men that actually want to be with her. But she ain't in a space to receive that energy, because she just in a space of giving away charity work. So now that man get disregard. Then you got another man that can really be the dog and say, shoot, I want this energy again, so I will lie to you and manipulate you.
He's the one that she chooses, and that goes to answer Derek's question.
Exactly.
Does sex play a role? It absolutely
does. Well, we passed that part.
Because of the delusion that we're in,
right,
we then choose poor partners based on what we believe is good sex.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
though. Whole convoluted mashup, because we're not paying attention to the critical pieces, like we said earlier. The person's individual stability, the person's individual, function to provide, protect, and do certain things for themselves that they then do by extension with me as a partner, right? We're not looking at it that way at all. So yes, to answer the question posed, yes, it plays a role. And here is how it plays a role, right? Consider that we're in this delusional state. We need to undo that and go back to the fundamental pieces of structure, which is what I said on Tuesday. The chaos of the woman needs the structure of the masculine.
But here's the problem.
This is what you're saying. If women are consistently going out here and chaotically giving, it is for then the man to draw that in, a healthy masculine. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the conscious masculine, the healthy conscious masculine, to wheel in and say, this is not the standard.
That's it out.
Right? This is not the quality of what true feminine is. This is not what the quality and standard of true relationship is as well. But only a man in his healthy, which is why I'm saying unkept mental will go along with the chaos of a woman.
And that's why that first relationship, then first 4 P's, they tell you, coming from the father, that's why that is so important.
And you know what, Derek, to your point about that, I find that when I tell, there's at least 2 relationships I've been in, and I've said to them point blank that my father has set the bar. I don't want to marry my father, but there is a certain bar that I have recognized as quality masculine behavior. And if you're not up to the bar or surpassing the bar, teaching me something new about healthy masculine, then I have a problem. And I've had to end those relationships. And they're upset, like, oh, she's a daddy's girl and all that. I'm simply telling you, there is a way that masculine rolls in my life and my understanding. And if you're not there, then I can't trust you with the rest of what I have to offer.
Right. So let me ask. So first, let me say something where you were talking about the chaotic woman.
Chaos is not, and please let me put a caveat in there. I am not speaking of chaos being a negative thing.
But here's the thing. But it's like you're reading my mind, because that's where it was going. Because a lot of people would hear you say, or anyone say, the chaos of a woman. Essentially, what they're hearing is the
negative
cha-
functioning.
the chaos and uncertainty and instability of a woman can only be tempered by a man. That's what women hear. That's what people hear. Right? So I just want you to be, and I'm glad you kind of preempted
And
me because
I can certainly extend on it.
right.
So when talking about the ways in which the energies operate, right? From time immemorial, we've seen this, that masculine energies operate on very logical structures and frameworks. There is a routine, there is a discipline, right? There's a framework and an orientation in which things happen that they can control, right? For the feminine energy, and notice I'm not saying female person or male person, I'm saying the energies, because we have both energies. Men have feminine energy as well as masculine energy, and vice versa. So for the female energy, it is observed and understood as being a lot more erratic or chaotic or random and not necessarily structured, given the breadth of things that the feminine is responsible for in any given space and time. There are routines to feminine, absolutely, right? And there are structures to feminine, but the ways in which they are carried out are not always as defined and routine as that of the masculine. And this is why when we have women who, I've been in this mode for a very long time, who are often exerting more masculine energy than our feminine energy, it is because we know we need routine and structure in our life. So we have to manage the bill, right? Figure out the stuff with the house, figure out the stuff with this, and we operate in that. But we become very destabilized and frustrated because that is not
out of order.
truth. Exactly. It is not our norm. It is not our homeostatic point of being, right? And so we become frustrated and irritated.
Stop it.
Irritated with that. And that's why we know we need, us women who are oftentimes in our masculine, we know we need a masculine man. The way we articulate that is by saying we need the alpha male, right?
A man to put you in your place.
We need a man to put me in my place. All those things. And I've said that over the years too. Like I know for sure I need a man who can structure me, rein me in, problem solve in a second, get shit done. Because it is frustrating and draining for me to operate in that space all the time. Whereas for him, it's a norm, right? So when I say chaotic, random, erratic, and that kind of stuff, it is what female nature and energy is. When you think about how things die 1 minute, bloom the next, and this and that, that is how the energy operates, right? And that is just how it is. Time is said to be very masculine because there's a routine and structure to time.
Mother Nature, because of the random and chaotic nature of the chaotic you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say.
And so when I say it, so in this space, when I say it, I want all of us as cabinet members to understand that the chaos of feminine energy is not a bad thing. It is necessary for the birth and rebirth of things. And the structure and discipline and routine of masculine energy is absolutely also necessary for those things to happen for feminine energy. So this is why I'm saying there has to be an understanding of what conscious, healthy relationships look like. And where we are now, we are fundamentally screwed because we're living in a delusion, an absolute delusion of things. Talking about, I don't need no man and all this fuckery. Like it's too extreme at this point. So I want to just make sure I clear that up.
Right. And I want to add to what you were saying, because you said a lot that was very impactful. So there's one thing you said, and I you hear a lot where women say, a man got to come a certain type of way. He has to be a manly man. He has to handle me. He has to be able to put me in my place. Let us be very, very clear that when we talk about being put in your place and stuff like that. We're talking about you want to be structured, but not your pseudo masculinity, right? Because essentially you're asking him to put your masculinity to bed. But really and truly, it's for him to structure and order your feminine. Because a man is not in a wrestle with your masculine.
No. He's not wrestling with my masculine.
But no, I'm saying no. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that a lot of women hide behind they gotta put me in my place. But who's me? You're acting in your masculine, your pseudo masculinity right now. So you want the pseudo masculinity put in the place, but you're confusing that with the feminine. You really want your feminine to be put in place. You want a man to tell you talking foolishness, sit down and shut up. We see the memes and the videos and stuff like that where a man come and say, "This is what gonna happen tonight." Right? You can stop all that talking. I can cook some food and come and sit on my face. We can watch some TV and we can enjoy yourself. So get yourself together. Right? A woman wants to be put in her place as a woman, as in her feminine energy. Not a man to come in and wrestle the pseudo masculinity that you putting on as an armor when the day come. And the second thing,
no real man ain't doing that.
Nah, for real. And the next thing I want to say is that the cat is out the bag now. The horse has left the stable. How do we close the barn door and catch about the horse? Or are we in a position where we need to do some introspection? And of course, we know how hard it is for people to do the introspection, particularly with so much distractions around. So speak a bit about that.
Absolutely. The horse can come back to the stable, or at least come back to the farm. It takes what you're just saying now about introspection, in that what I've been saying all night long, the unkept mind that has now strayed and gone into this delusional state needs to now be kept, retrained, reminded of certain structures, disciplines, routines, as well as certain levels of responsibility that are soft and healing and erratic to an extent. So the balance needs to come back. And in order for the balance to come back, it takes each person in the game to do their work, right? The curse word in the cabinet is accountability. It takes self-accountability. You have to say to yourself, what have I contributed to this game? Was I slanging wood all these years? Was I out here trying to join a Spartan club and getting 300? And what has that led? Where has that put me? Right? And figuring out, where have I misstepped? Where have I been completely misaligned, really and truly? Where have I taken on things that were not true for me? Because that's the other part, the identity work, that a lot of people are out here playing the game, but they have no right, no reason to be in the game in the first place. The game is not for everybody, right? So taking account of that and sitting your ass down and figuring out, where am I misaligned? What am I over projecting and undervaluing? And how can I get this sorted out? And so it's discussions like this. It's having discussions like this. It's reflecting with the partner that you're currently with, married or not. Like, how are things going? I forget which couple you guys said that has the courageous conversations.
That's Ramel Hall and his wife.
Right. Absolutely beautiful things to do. Have points of check-in. If you're married, have points of check-in. Is there something I could have supported you better in today to have allowed you to be more of you versus whatever? I mean, marriage is work. People out here thinking that relationships,
hard emotional work. It's
hard work. It's strategic work that people really don't want to put the time into. So it's doable. Like I say, the horse can come back to the farm. Sometimes the stable wasn't healthy to begin with, and that's why the horse had to break loose. So it
was an animal farm,
right? And figure things out. But it can absolutely be done. And I think for people who are parents, there is a very deep work and responsibility there as well, to have the communication, have the time spent with your child or children in allowing them to understand you're a child, like you said on Tuesday, and there are things that you're responsible for as a child. There are things that you're then responsible for as an adolescent, and so forth. And to keep imparting those responsibilities and respectful degrees of responsibility, I would say. Don't force things onto children. I think a lot of people do that, whether intentionally or not. So it even, and the reason why I'm bringing children into the equation is because oftentimes they are the result of poor sexual decisions, as well as good sexual decisions. And there's a responsibility to them in order for certain cycles to not be repeated. So,
Yeah.
but it can absolutely be done.
Yeah, Derek. Well, I don't know if you want to add to the conversation, but I think that I see some activity in the chat. I don't know if he was going to chat or if you had something to add to the content. But
well, most of it, I kind of we were kind of interjecting in between.
Okay.
And Rihanna is making the point that the women nowadays will tell you that they don't want to settle down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Terracelli. So yeah, the it's interesting conversations, and that's where again we circle all the way back to our relationship with the parents, what is so important, because we can't
it's the foundation.
You can't work backward. You can't build a house from the roof and come down.
You can't be playing well in the air. You can't be no playing on your wing.
I mean, I think too often we try to work backward, as Neil said. We start with the answer and then try to work back to where the problem really was, right? And there's no way you can start wrong and end right. People say so.
Remember, I think it was one of our coaches used to say that, Eric. You start wrong, you can end wrong.
You can't end right.
One of our coaches, man.
You can't. Too often we try to work backward. Yeah. So we and as our lady friend there in the video said, how about you sex first, then try to work on the other parts of it. I am confident that she is going to find herself all alone. Let me get Keisha.
Oh, yeah. Bring Keisha to the floor, man. Bring Keisha to the floor.
I am confident she's going to find herself. Oh, what?
You remember, Derek? I don't know if you remember. You remember back in school, maybe we would have exams, especially in math. They would give you the answer, and you go work out the formula. You got no solve for X and Y and A and B. You remember that?
That's what we trying to do. That's what we trying to do.
And listen. Those were not the questions that he was looking forward to,
Exactly. And it was in the mass, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So very often we try to work backward. We try to start families and work with families in reverse. So we go get the children and then it's like, let me see if we can get the family after. Nah, you can't work like that. We get the family and then the marriage. As opposed to like getting married, get family, and then get children. Nah, we do it the other way. And then expect that gonna work out. It won't. It can't. Many folks, it's 10:33 in Barbados and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. I think it's 9:33 where Dr. Kerry is, or it could be wrong. But anyhow,
I'm on your time now.
Oh yeah, she on.
All right, so Dr. Kerry is with us now. And shoot, the three of us, we don't make it the rules. We just make sure you know what they are.
Not me. Yeah?
So you can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Be the best version of you for you. We are going to see you guys again very, very, very soon. Please hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you log on because Neil said that he is going to be back with the fire for you guys when the shorts touch down. And trust me, we recorded some, so I can tell you we got some good stuff coming up. So you do not want to miss out on that. Please remember, folks.
Wait, no. Wait, my uncle again. My one here. That's a fact. Enjoy your Easter, people.
Yeah. Happy Monday, Thursday. Have a good Friday. Enjoy the Easter. We see you all next week. Peace.
Love.